following is a presentation of William Patterson University Television.
Happy Halloween, everyone. Put on your cheapest costumes, get the biggest pillowcase you own, and remember to skip Old Man Jenkins' house because no one wants rice cakes on Halloween. For tonight's episode, we talk about Funimation being bought out by Sony, our Halloween edition of On the Tip of Our Tongue, and we get our hands on Super Mario Odyssey. I'm Tony Stark, and welcome back to Press Start. This week, CJ will be bringing you the news that you never asked for. What's the news this week?
Well, Dave, we got a lot this week. This year's audiences were introduced to a new fan-favorite comic book character, X-23 in James Mangold's Logan. We fell in love with the clone daughter of Logan for her familiar violent mood swings, heightened senses, reflexes, healing factor, and of course, her claws. Mangold recently sat down to discuss the state of the film, stating, "We're just working on a script." Mangold mentioned that the success of Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman has increased the chances of an X-23 movie happening, saying Patty's success with that film only solidifies more for studios where less to fear with a female protagonist. Logan received a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, which means if you haven't seen it already, be sure to watch Hugh Jackman's final performance as Wolverine on Blu-ray and DVD, available now. Destiny 2's PC launch has also hit a sour note for gamers. According to multiple players, the game has banned players without any explanation why. Bungie would state later that they were banning players who were using tools that pose a threat to shared ecosystem of the game, and that game doesn't have an auto-ban system. However, players were quick to point that out. The bans were happening as they were signing in. Between this and the release of the game on PC being pushed back almost 2 months, things aren't looking good for Destiny 2 on PC.
Can they just make a Halo movie already? Their games have been going a little downhill. They're still great. They look great. But the Halo movie? Please.
Give us some more time. The most recent edition of the Assassin's Creed series, Assassin's Creed Origins, came out this past Friday, and although fans are hoping the new setting will revive the franchise, Ubisoft may have just connected the historical setting to the modern day. During one of the scenes taking place in the modern era, we see Layla Hassan's video file labeled Olivier Garneau, who was the chief creative officer and main antagonist in the previous installment, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. If the player clicks on that file, the file contains a video of Garneau being shot by a man named Aiden Pierce. For those who may not have been a fan of Ubisoft's other projects, Aiden Pierce was the anti-hero protagonist of Watch Dogs, who many believed could have been an assassin himself due to his freedom-fighting motives. With this link, Ubisoft could be creating one of the first video game universes outside of Nintendo. And finally, UFC fighter Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson is currently one of the best fighters in the company with 2 title defenses this year and breaking the record for most consecutive title defenses in history. In addition to being a world-renowned fighter, he is also a self-proclaimed nerd who views video game streaming as his second career after his fighting career is over. In a recent interview with Kotaku, Johnson was asked what video game and movie characters he could beat in a fight. And Johnson said he can take down characters such as Batman, The Mountain, and Ryu, claiming he would run over Batman when he is Bruce Wayne, sidestep Ryu's Hadouken, and using his speed to defeat the Mountain like the Viper did. Here's hoping we get to see the Mountain take on Mighty Mouse in UFC this time soon. And that's all this week for News Roundup. Back to you, Dave.
Thanks, CJ. We'll be right back with our feature story.